I do like that little thing there.
Ah, good
Thank you.
morning, sir. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to
That's
perfection.
right off for
And
coffee.
today's newspaper.
It does feel
just
kinda hot.
delivered.
He has a flamethrower in his hands. Or in his...
Thanks, Kazuo.
Yeah.
Of course,
Is that what that
sir.
is?
One of them's a flamethrower. I think the other's a laser.
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bad
Another
Babies.
like a chainsaw
My
type
favorite.
thing.
Sugar bombs. 100% daily value of sugar.
Oh, sounds like someone made a stinky. I shall attend to young Sean.
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
But then we're looking at a cold front coming down from Canada, making it dry for next
More of the
week's
same.
festivities. Looking in on next week's forecast, we have a
Huh?
high of 52.
Can't believe it's almost Halloween. Oh,
But also
need to finish making Sean's costume.
overseas are experiencing some unusual weather as well. On the island of Mamba Jau, the nights are cold, unseasonably so.
Enjoy your coffee, sir.
Can you get that? It's probably that salesman. He comes for you every day.
American. I am referring, of course, to our great national mascot.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
I swear, if you name yourself Fuckface.
Vault-Tec?
No.
Remind me again?
Why, we're about you, sir, and helping secure your future. You see, Vault-Tec is the foremost builder of state-of-the-art underground fallout shelters. Vaults, if you will. Luxury accommodations where you can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
What's so important?
Why, nothing less than your entire future. If you haven't noticed, sir, this country has gone to heck in a handbasket. If you'll
I don't know
excuse
why
my
they don't
language.
just say
The
hell.
big kaboom.
Well, it's because
is-
he's a salesman.
It's
not a
inevitable,
raider.
I'm afraid. And
But
coming
even
sooner than
then,
you
the
may
amount
think.
of language
If
in
you
Fallout
catch
4,
my meaning.
it's okay. It's
Now,
not like it's a
I
big
know
deal.
you're a busy fellow,
Right, but
so
him
I
saying
won't
heck
take up
instead
much
of
of
hell
your
is part of his
time.
character.
Time being a...
It's also based off of the
that's just
50s thing.
commodity.
They had a really high
I'm
language
here today
morality in
to
the
tell
50s.
you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
But there's room for my entire family, right?
Of course, of course. Minus your robot, naturally. In fact, you're already cleared for entrance. It's just a matter of verifying some information. Don't want there to be any holdups in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. Won't take but a moment.
Sarcastic, sarcastic, sarcastic.
No, I
Please.
can't wait
Yes.
for the world to end.
I love that.
That's the
I had to do
spirit.
that one.
Now, let's see.
It's my favorite line in the whole game. I can't wait for the world to end. What is like?
I just had to put in that. It was like, what?
He couldn't figure out caption. I was like, oh. I was like, click the stick. He's like, oh.
I just put in random text there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it takes me a lot longer to do things on a console. So it's difficult. It's a difficult learning curve.
Good thing you only have to do this once.
Yeah.
We looked up a bunch of random ass names, and I was just like, that sounds cool.
Yeah, we went with
Kingsley?
Kingsley, yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually a name that they say in game too, so
I think there's like
Howard,
800 of them or something like that. It's a lot.
oh my god. They put all the names from Skyrim in here, so if you named your guy like Maik the Liar, they would say that in game.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the list. I don't remember that one, but
They said they ported like the majority of Skyrim.
Well, I guess
Well,
it is
it's-
Bethesda.
if they made the actor actually read off all of those names.
They did.
Yeah.
They made these guys read off like 10,000 names.
You need like a Fallout Doge behind that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be. I'm not quite. I didn't spend that much effort though doing that.
It's hilarious. Like the Fallout like emotes that they have. Like the hand grows out of the guy's stomach in Fallout 3. That was hilarious.
Like, so what's your opinion of the way I'm doing the stats so far? I'm sort of just going guesswork off of what I think I might use.
It looks balanced, but it kind of depends on how you play. Like, I think I.
Well, he was
going
gonna
to
go with pistols or energy weapons.
No, I said I was going with guns. I didn't say energy.
The thing is, the game doesn't differentiate between energy weapons and regular weapons as far as that goes. The only differentiation is pistols, pistols.
Later
rifles,
on you can
shotguns,
get more skills in the other
heavy and
skill
automatic.
menu that affect
Wonderful.
certain weapon
That's everything.
types.
Just gonna walk this over to the
Well,
vault.
like,
Congratulations
if
on
I
being
have- 'cause
prepared
if-
for the
if you
future.
use a plasma rifle
thanks
versus,
again.
like
Hey,
a plasma
it's peace of
SMG,
mind.
it's
That's worth a
it
little
uses
paperwork,
different skills.
right?
For you and Sean, no
What's the
price
closest
is
thing
too
to a
high.
sniper rifle?
There's sniper
Probably
rifles in here, but the
I have my
earliest
moments.
version of that is a hunting rifle, pretty much.
Well,
I
you
see.
can upgrade a hunting rifle into a full-blown sniper.
so small.
I know, but I'm just
so
saying, like,
much.
the first one you're gonna find in the game,
I think
unmodified
you need
is
some
pretty
of
much
that
gonna be a
paternal
hunting rifle.
affection. You seem to be so
I mean,
good
yeah,
at
it depends on how you build it. But,
You heard
The
Codswell.
pipe weapons
Go
are
on.
fairly useless, but there's a really good weapon that you can get called Limitless Potential, I think it is, right, Hyranic?
but that's a laser gun, and that's later.
Yeah, but you can get it right off the bat if you hike all the way
How
down
are
there.
the two most
Yeah,
important?
but you don't.
people in
Okay,
life
the
doing?
further south you go, the more difficult it
mobile a
becomes.
bit.
So
Yeah.
you kind of want to take it slow early on, until you've built yourself up. You definitely want to grab the rifleman perk too, especially.
Hey, here's my market.
I see. Oh, well,
Much
my main
I
thing.
definitely also put points
Listen,
that allow
after
me to get more
breakfast,
money
I
from
was thinking
selling
we could head
stuff
to the
or
park
get
for a
more
bit.
money when I loot
Brother
stuff.
should
Right,
hold
but see,
up.
I don't know any of that stuff. I just my
Yeah,
stats
sounds like
were perception to find enemies, endurance to run away from enemies,
Codsworth?
and
Endurance
intelligence
does make
to
a
be
difference.
smart. That's my main thing is to see and avoid enemies and to possibly hit them without being
Followed by
seen, I
If
guess.
you want
Yes,
to be
followed
a
by
stealthy
flashes,
character,
blinding
use quite a few
flashes.
Okay,
silent
quiet a
weapons.
second.
Explosions.
That's what you want to be.
Quiet.
We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost contact with our
say?
affiliate stations.
Oh, no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault now.
I've got Sean. Let's go.
Residents of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered, evacuate to Vault 111 immediately. Residents of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered,
That's absurd! I am Vault-Tec.
You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me. Okay.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
God, we're gonna die!
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck, ma'am.
You two,
God
follow
help
me!
us all.
Come on!
What's gonna happen to all those people outside
We're
the
doing
gate?
everything we can! Now keep moving! Step on the platform! In the center!
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too. Oh my god!
Hold on!
According to like all the info I could find about it, the nukes in Fallout were only like 15 megaton bombs.
Right, they were pretty small. But what I'm saying, the shockwave and the blast radius wave and stuff like that was all pretty realistic. The flash, and then yeah, it was pretty realistic, I would have to say.
So we just again, yeah, the big thing would be radiation.
Right,
Yeah.
that's all after the
Well,
flash.
it would be very hot as well, so you would get burned to basically nothingness if you were very close to it.
Well, but theoretically, you could survive it from that distance because again, radiation works differently in Fallout. So.
Well, yeah.
Well, I meant in real life. In real life, you could still just dive into a pit and still be safe from the initial blast.
But then you have the radiation and a whole bunch of other
But
stuff.
that's
to
still
worry about.
afterward. I'm just saying, initially,
Here you
you
are.
could survive the
Down the hall
blast.
there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was one guy
need
who
your
survived
seats before we
both
can
the
take
bombs
you
we
further.
dropped on Japan, and he was within 3 miles of the detonation
thanks.
site both times.
What now?
Just follow the
Yeah.
doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
I heard about that.
All right, you three. Follow me.
Yeah, I mean, it is theoretically possible to survive. It's just the chances are very slim at that
Oh, you're
distance.
down lucky. This
Yeah.
is one of our most advanced
You must have been
facilities.
sitting behind a lead fridge both times.
Or something. I know.
Indiana Jones style.
I know, right? That's exactly what I...
There's
I'm
been
thinking
tests, but believe it or not, if you climbed into a fridge, it would actually not help you from.
Yeah, I've
being-
seen that too. You would just get mangled inside of that
We'll be
thing.
going over all that in
Yeah,
orientation.
you would basically get a lot of broken bones from it bouncing around on the ground.
As well as comfortable.
Prepared for the future, right?
Anyway, I definitely recommend putting a lot more points into intelligence because it helps you level up
step in
faster.
here and put your
I see, okay. So,
And it also affects scientific things like hacking and whatnot.
No, it doesn't. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it does.
I mean, the perks fall into intelligence, but like having more intelligence doesn't mean you're better at hacking.
Well,
You have to
for
actually
me,
put things
it-
into perks.
contaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault.
I don't think that's a thing, but okay.
Just like those little patches that they had on like their shoulders were like radiation burns.
Occupant vitals.
what I don't get is that these things,
Procedure complete.
they look like freezers.
In
Yeah.
5,
It's obvious.
3.
I think if you're in a panic to escape a nuclear detonation,
You're not, gonna
too much
notice
worried about.
if you don't know what it is. I mean, the average Joe is gonna look at that and not know what it is.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you might know what it is, but it's not going to be that important because the whole world just exploded in nuclear fire.
So it's like people have so much on their minds they're not gonna care. They're just gonna go with it. And then this scene here was like I think 60 years after the original one or something. Or no, it was like when the bombs dropped. This was like 100 years later, I think. Here, and
No,
then
it
it
wasn't
was
100 years later.
Huh?
It wasn't 100 years later.
Because I know that the game like where you're alive is like 2280 or something.
No,
It's 210 years later. So,
Well, yeah, it's 210 years later after the bombs dropped.
So it's like 2280, like 6 or 7 or something, and when you actually play the game.
right, but this can't be too much.
But this is like 100 years after the nuke's fall or something, or 150 or something.
This is, I think this is 80 years before the game actually starts. And then
No,
when you get out,
because
you
it's
then...
60 because, yeah, I won't say it because if I do, it'll spoil a lot.
I know what you're talking about, but it's not that particular character is not that young.
Particular character that we're talking about was less than 1 year old when they went into the vault.
So now you're just giving it away. That's the obvious. Don't
Yeah. Now you're spoiling things.
That's not spoiling anything.
There's only one character in the game that specifies, so be quiet. Now, at this point in time when I was playing this, I had no idea what I was doing. To be honest, I watched Hyranic's video at some point in time, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Come on, come on, come on! Oh God!
And I'm sorry for the slight jerking around of the screen, because since I'm not used to the joystick.
And I'll get Sean back.
Yeah.
I promise.
The sad thing is there's really nothing else you can do here besides just open that.
So I found that kind of weird.
Like that everyone else got killed because they didn't refreeze them. So they just basically breathed all the air in their pods because they didn't refreeze them, and it killed them. You're so thorough.
Well, there's gotta be buttons places or something, right?
No, not usually.
That's sad. In most games there usually is.
Well, like, I mean, you can interact with the terminals, but it's probably going to take quite a while.
Well, I meant, like, there's a first aid kit to the side there I could have totally gotten stuff out of. But no, I can't loot things until after it tells me I can loot things.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much can't loot things almost until, like, the end of them.
No, I mean, you can loot things in here. This is the tutorial area, so...
Right, but there's a lot of buttons
I was
want to
such
press.
a cheating bastard when I first played. I went and got dog meat, and I came back and got the cryolator at like level 1, and it was really hilarious.
How do you get the cryolator that time?
Because dog meat has a ability where you can tell him to grab something nearby, and if you tell him to grab a nearby weapon, he would go and grab it out of the locked case.
I see. Maybe I'll have to try that.
So it was like hacking the game, but it was not considered illegal technically because it was a game feature.
I wonder if I can do that.
It's a bug. I'm not sure if they've patched it yet or not.
They haven't. I tried it again after I updated all the console updates.
You didn't grab the stick.
What stick?
There's a baton to your left.
Didn't see it.
Batons are kind of whippy. I'd much rather hit somebody in the face with something like a hammer.
Chris didn't tell me about it, so I didn't see it.
I mean, there's another one later. But...
Batons are meh. I'd much rather just take a pistol. I mean,
personally, I would have actually
okay,
liked.
but
I would have
only
liked
when
the
you
baton.
get like a baseball bat or something. And then naturally, I made sure you grab that stim pack.
First time I played this, I literally went through and read everything.
Yeah,
When
I
I
just
play
look
Fallout
at
4,
two
I
things.
usually do that just because I want every stinking bit of lore that I can get.
Well, with like when you're making a video.
But I don't do it on a video, but like when I do it, I like to read everything so that I know everything. So I've seen every single location in the game to this point, so when it comes to talking about them after we've been to them, I shouldn't have too much issues.
There are a lot of locations in this game.
Yeah, well, I've been to them because I'm very, very, very exploratory. I saw half the map like my first 4 hours of playing the game.
I mean, a good third of the map is water, so...
It's just gotten like to the point like where my character just became much more powerful than anything in the game, even when they leveled?
I'm level 70 and I haven't had that issue. There's a second baton to your left.
I don't see it. It
roaches.
didn't. If it was Tomb Raider, I probably would have picked it up. But it's not
It's like
Tomb
on
Raider.
that table. It's on that table. Ah! You're killing me.
He went in that room, yeah. After taking a peek in here.
I don't know. Chris was stressing me out, so I didn't get to explore as much as I wanted to.
Well, because you don't need to explore the areas because there's nothing to
But
get
it's me
out.
playing the game, not you.
I know, I'm just saying, I'm gonna tell you when you don't need to explore an area because when you explore it and you don't need to, it just wastes valuable time.
Well, the thing is, you can get a lot of good resources from the junk in those rooms. It's later really good for crafting.
See, I don't know how to process junk, so I don't know that.
Oh, you can't do that
you
for
just-
a bit.
Yeah, you can. You just dump it all in the workshop.
Yeah, but the first workshop you get is for quite a bit.
Where is everyone?
No, it's in Sanctuary.
Yeah.
You
I
can
know.
use Sanctuary right away. Like, you literally get a workshop as soon as you walk out of the vault. You just
Yeah, but you're not going to effectively be able to do so. Which reminds me that you'll need to go back to Sanctuary for the next part for one thing. 'Cause I just remembered that there's something that we need to take care of that's in Sanctuary.
I see. Well, I'm gonna need to look on how to
Why are you punching the stairs?
I'm
Those are stairs.
I'm just practicing with the keys. There's 2 different keys to use.
There's like the normal punch and then like the power punch.
And I couldn't see any difference. So
One does a lot more damage and can stagger 'em.
I think it also uses your AP though. So
Yeah. I mean, even at my current level, I have a heavily upgraded 10mm pistol, and that's like my favorite weapon in the game. I don't know why, I just like 10mm pistols. I forget, Hyretic, what's the name of that one perk that makes really weird shit just happen for like no reason sometimes? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think
Like
you
your
mean the
character
Wild
will say
Wasteland
really
stuff.
weird things, or stuff will just pop up and happen.
I mean, there's a Wild Wasteland perk in New Vegas that's like that, but
There's something, I forget what it's called, but there is a perk like that in Fallout 4 that you can get that makes your character say really weird things.
I mean, the closest I can think of is the Silver Shroud.
No, it's different from that.
That.
There's like one that'll make your character like, if you like cut somebody's head off, your character will express like extreme pleasure and
Nice.
like
Coming back.
stuff
Okay,
like
guys,
that.
quiet.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll look it up. Always pick up spares of your guns if your guns aren't in good condition, because you can repair them.
So they have durability?
No,
Yeah.
they don't. Not in this game.
Really?
Guns don't have durability in Fallout 4.
Yeah. Then I don't know. Well, I think.
But you can use
can't
them to
you use-
upgrade, right?
Like if you find a gun with
forgot,
a
I
mod
haven't
that you
played
like,
it, but I know that like picking up spares of your guns can do something. I don't remember.
no, you can scrap them for parts, or if you found a silenced 10mm pistol, you can take the silencer off and put it on your pistol.
Nobody cares about the survival.
Just like Brad Roach meat is a pretty decent starting thing for food and whatnot.
You didn't sneak attack it.
To be honest, I don't know how to sneak attack. I don't even know how to crouch.
Is this all that's left?
I was about to say just hit the control button. Then I remember someone playing PC.
It's really hilarious when you have like really super stealth and like you can just walk up behind somebody and like punch them and they'll die and whatnot, and like punch them and they won't know where you're at and they'll just look at you and not see you.
Oh, you mean like in Skyrim?
Yeah, but it's really funny. You can walk up if you have really good stealth skills and punch a guy, and he'll look for you, and you'll be like right behind, and you can be right behind him, and they won't realize. It's hilarious.
I mean, I usually only use sneak for long range attacks. So.
I like putting grenades in people's pockets.
That's fun. That's true.
I'm not fast enough to do that. I'd blow myself up.
There's enough of a delay that you can totally get out of the way. Grenades take like 10 to 15 seconds to go off usually when you do that. You can also do that with landmines, but it's hilarious.
So what's even more hilarious is that as soon as I get outside, I turn the radio on.
Yeah. And another thing,
copyright with that though.
What?
No, you won't. I contacted Bethesda and they said the in-game music you can use all you want.
Well, okay, yeah, the in-game music, that's true. But like the ones from the radio station, like the classical music and stuff.
I use the classical. Music. Is it actually classical though?
Oh yeah, there's a classical. Music. There's a classical.
No, I mean I use the classical thing, but I'm saying actual classical music is the copyright is over 70 years old.
Game that is copyrighted at points.
Right. Well, I meant classical is over 70 years old, so the copyright would technically be.
No, on music it's actually 90 years now before like.
But Mozart is still over 90 years old dead, so.
Well,
and yeah, it's also with like patents and stuff. Like if you invent something, it's like 90 years after your death before it can become like free for somebody else to like take.
Well, to a certain extent.
I know there's a pretty long period. It's a pretty long period if you invented something, you died, that like your family could do something with it or something before it become like free for someone else.
Door cycling sequence.
Somebody has to redo the pack.
Please stand back.
Just like if you sang the Happy Birthday song in a video, you would get copyrighted because that's actually
interesting.
Because somebody owned that, so like I thought it was very
I had to figure out how to jump.
Wow, very loud right now.
I do like the way that door works.
Yeah.
It seems like it had issues though. Over time.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried to make as many of these things run by hydraulics, and hydraulics last a good amount of time. But even so.
Most vaults had a secondary way of getting out.
I see. Well, this is around the end of the video, though, so. Yeah, it sort of just fades out.
Enjoy your return to the
They made
surface.
really weird vaults. There was one where they put a guy in it, but they had like a bunch of like statues or something.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, isn't it?
Knight versus Xbox. I like it.
And that almost looks like the radiation symbol when it spins like that.
Yeah, I was going for the atomic, but it's not quite the same thing, for sure.